I'm not Andrew Tate. What I am, you degenerates, is a ventriloquist figure preformed by the artist currently known as BJD. BJ has a message. Actually, two messages before today's presentation begins. The first is that there is not one of you fools out of 100 out there watching that is going to hook up with a girl that is rated as a 6 or more in current 2024 society. And furthermore, not going to be able to attain the status of top G. Not by a damn sight.
Andrew Tate is very mean.
I'm not Andrew Tate. On with the presentation, and I will be along periodically just to ensure audience retention levels, and as well be back at the end for a special announcement. Yes, BJ must truly stay one step ahead of you degenerates at all times. All right, brokies. You all saw the straight-up decline of the Kansas City Chiefs this weekend, so I won't trot out every boring detail and nuance of the thing, as I am not a X and O puppet. Suffice to say that Pat Mahomes, Taylor Swift's whipped boyfriend, that fat guy coach, and all the Chiefs are straight-up trash now. You heard. This dynasty is officially motherfucking nullified. Comprehend what I am saying? I mean, my specialty is kickboxing. But even I know that Mahomes is straight-up frustrated, yo. Rice has the biggest case of the drops on the damn squad. Tony is a flashy head case, and no wonder why the Giants jettisoned him. We don't want no scrubs. Scrubs is a guy that can't get a roll with us, is what Green Bay said about Scantling. And as far as Travis goes, all he is good for is giving cunnilingus to Taylor. Because he is old now and half-washed. Basically, the only one that showed up Sunday was Watson, brokies. But they were getting by, for the most part, with all the wide receiver woes, until the Raiders showed up in Arrowhead and put that pass rush smoke on Mahomes. I mean, Max Crosby put something on him as well as Spillane and company. I mean, the Raiders were charged up in that 60-point momentum, right, jabronis? I mean, the Raiders put so much heat on Mahomes. All day, he had to do a Houdini escape act for 4 quarters. And it was evident old Pat was feeling the footsteps even in the waning moments of the game when they put it in finally. The much-celebrated blonde skank girlfriend of Mahomes was playing junior high gossip monger with Taylor Swift all day in the press box as both hoes watched their better halves suck a big fat silver and black dong for 4 quarters. And what about Travis and his helmet throwing tantrums? Think that is Pavlov or just so much posturing for Taylor's behalf? You see, jabronis, this is what I keep preaching to you chump asses. You let these hoes start taking over your behavior like that there, and you start down a simping, slippery slope of subjugation and giving up all control to these boss bitches of 2024. Just ask that clueless cuck Adam 22 and that blue-haired faggot Destiny. Because all of it is bought and paid for. You know what I mean? Travis with this 2 jabs at the same time. Shit has got me so off my rocker, I just want to get him in the kickboxing ring and light him up one. Take a look at it. Taylor Swift is undoubtedly the darling of the left, and this arrangement, shall we say, reeks of something rotten in the state of Denmark. The left is putting these two together to advance the COVID jab, the choice of gender that your children are slowly having to now relinquish, and it disgusts me to even think about, and Lord knows what else. What do you think Travis made for all these Pfizer commercials? Don't Google, just leave your guess in the comment sections. Because when you see how much Travis made, you are going to feel sick, just as sick as I get when Taylor wears her little Santa hat with the number 87 on it. I wonder if she wears that when she blows Travis. And yeah, she will go down on him even after a brutal loss to the Raiders at home. Because I know when a hoe is really on a dick, like White on Rice, whether it is politically motivated or not. Let's get back to the game, brokies. Mahomes went 27 out of 44 for a mere 235 yards as the ground attack was completely nullified also. The Raiders really had all the answers for this offense. As you might suspect, Andy Reid would be able to scheme his way to more than 14 points. But this game is a real referendum as to the lack of firepower the Chiefs have. Don't you wish you reached deeper into your pockets before Hill took his talents to Miami, you suckers. You just see Mahomes frustrated, spooked, and dumbfounded as the contest wore on. Max Crosby was just toying with him the entire afternoon. He is a man I can admire, what with the artwork and the cigars and all. As well, Mr. Malcolm Coons with the hat trick of 3 sacks on Mr. Patrick, Robert Spillane with a tackle for loss, as well as Nate Hobbs. But the key play was the Jack Jones interception for touchdown early that set the tempo and made Pat and the offense chase for the remainder of the contest. Moving to the Chiefs side of the ledger, we mentioned Mahomes and his passing, but he led the team in rushing in a revealing stat, as most of those bootlegs were indeed out of necessity, while Isaiah Pacheco did his team no favors by letting his helmet fly off on 2 runs, the last time leading him to get kicked in the head by a teammate and rendering him null for the last part of the contest, as he finished with a mere 26 yards on 11 rushes. The hands of Stone stat line went as follows. Rice with team high, 6 catches for a whopping 57 yards. James, after that 45-yard catch and run that tried to spark the Chiefs late, only finished 3 receptions for 54. Taylor Swift's boyfriend had 5 grabs for 44 and 1 ticket into Andy Reid's doghouse. Justin Watson had the only touchdown reception, and the rest of the receiving corps did exactly jack and shit the whole game. To sum up, even though the rest of the AFC is very beatable, barring a miracle on offense, the Chiefs aren't making a Super Bowl run this season, and fans need to come to terms with that. Their dreams of the number 1 seed are officially dead, and the streak of 5 straight AFC championship games at Arrowhead should come to an end. Their offense is a disaster, and if Patrick isn't on his top G game, the offense is incapable of scoring points. The defense is awesome, but likely not enough to carry them through the playoffs. Get ready for the Chiefs to play a true road playoff game for the first time in 7 years, unless they get bounced in the wildcard round, which is very realistic. Kansas City will need to travel to another AFC city to go back to the Super Bowl. This appears to be a lost season for the Chiefs, but it's not over yet. So maybe there's a bit of Mahomes boy magic still left to help save their season. Now, Brokies, let us take a whip around the league, shall we? Mr. Here We Go. Dak Prescott comes up small when the lights are shining. Man, I feel sorry for his girlfriend. As the Dolphins pull that one out with the Cowboys, 22-20, setting up a matchup between them and the Ravens next week. That could very well determine this year's number 1 seed in the New World Order. That is the AFC. Aforementioned, Ravens just took the mighty 49ers back to the woodshed to the tune of 33-19. Brock Purdy was made to look robotic and a mere caretaker of the Kyle Shanahan offense, as I have suspected all along, as once a hungry, talented, sly, and vicious defense throws a monkey wrench into his dogmatic timing. The kid turns into Rain Man trying to solve who is on first, what's on second. Not that I am trying to shit on the autistic community, just put it out there that Brock ain't the man when the going gets tough, no matter how many weapons he has. The Eagles, despite their lack of play, their decline in production out of personal compared to last year, failed to impress, yet picked up a pivotal victory at the expense of the New York Football Giants, 33-25, and with 2 games left, one with these same Giants and a Cardinal team that is inherently foul and now also has mailed it in for 2023, Philly could very well limp into the playoffs via a number 2 or dare say number 1 seed. The feel-good story of this year, the Detroit Lions take care of Minnesota in their own building, 30-24, to snap a 30-year drought between division titles. Many pundits are very hesitant to Dennis Green crown Detroit shit in light of their lack of clutchness in a big spot, a very leaky yet flashy defense and overall history. Since the inception of the league, they have been bottom feeders with very short periods of dominance even in their own division. Outside of the 1990s, they have won very little inspiring devotion from current and common onlookers. That will do it for this one. If you would like us to exploit or make goofy jokes about something other than sports, please leave feedback via the comment section below. If you prefer us to direct our talents towards provocative Reddit stories, unusual stuff posted on Twitter, do make your voice heard below. Being that BJ is living off his savings and I am an artificially engineered figure E, we have all day to scour the internet for these types of diamonds in the muff. Diamonds in the rough. Okay. Well, for BJ, D, this is the Andrew Tate puppet, saying don't simp, don't cuck. Say no to dope and be kind to animals. As for what you do to humans, I could care less. And see you in the next